If you're looking for a simple, easy, quick lunch or dinner idea, I got you, because today I'm going to be showing you a very simple, delicious pepper beef stir fry, which is going to take less of your time. Actually, it's going to take around 30 minutes, which makes it worth trying. And also, we're going to be making a very delicious white rice recipe, but it's going to be flavorful. You're going to wash 1 cup of rice several times until the water runs clear. That is to get rid of the excess starch in the rice. Then you're going to soak for around 10 to 15 minutes so that you can get that perfect outcome. My rice has been soaking. Also, you're going to prep up some onions, capsicum. We have some garlic and ginger, broccoli for our side dish, and also I have some cucumber salad for serving our delicious recipe. You're going to find the rest of the ingredients listed in the description box in the right quantity. So let's get. I'm going to be using a pressure cooker to cook or boil my beef. So into my pot, I'm going to add in my chopped up beef. Add in 1 cup of water. Don't need lots of water. Next, you're going to add in a little bit of salt, around a 1/4 teaspoon. Don't add in too much because we have some soy sauce, oyster sauce, and a beef stock cube, which all contain salt. I'm going to carefully place my lid, that is by aligning the edges and twisting so that I can lock. Then I'm going to be boiling my meat until tender, and that is going to take around 4 to 5 whistles. While my beef is cooking, I'm going to cook my rice. So I'm going to pick a pan, place my sauces aside. We are creating some space because we don't want a messy kitchen. Then I'm going to place the pan over medium low flame. Add in 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Then I'm going to add in some whole spices. Whenever you're cooking rice, just throw in whatever whole spices that you have in your kitchen, and the rice is going to turn out very flavorful. In this case, I'm using some Cardamom Pods and Black Peppercorns. Add in the cooking oil. Then I'm going to toast for around 30 seconds, and this is going to make the spices very flavorful. After 30 seconds, I'm going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Drain your rice and add into the pan or pot. Stir in the rice and cook for around a minute. And while the rice is toasting, it's going to soak in all those nice flavors from the black pepper and cardamom pods. If you don't like biting into whole spices, you can transfer the black peppercorns and cardamom pods into a mortar and crush so that you can add into your rice. Or if you have some ground spices, that is black pepper and cardamom pods, you can add into the recipe. My rice is well toasted, so now I'm going to add in 2 cups of water because we're cooking a cup of rice. Stir in the water, then you're going to cook your rice for around 4 to 5 minutes or until the water is fully evaporated. Once the water is evaporated, you're going to cover your pot, reduce the flames to low, and simmer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, I'm going to check on my rice. Use a fork and fluff up. You can see the rice is perfectly cooked. You can also remove the whole spices. Once you've fluffed up your rice, it's not going to clump together. So I'm going to cover with my lid so that it can stay warm and place it aside. My beef is also ready. It's been around 6 whistles. So I'm going to use a spatula to release the pressure from the cooker so that I can safely open. This is the safest way to remove the pressure from the cooker, but if you're not in a hurry, you can let the pot cool down so that all the pressure can escape. Twist my lid. Wow, the beef looks super tender. So the next step is going to be cooking our beef. So I'm going to grab a pan, place over medium flame, add in 1 tablespoon of cooking oil because my beef is a little bit on the fatty side. Then I'm going to add in a medium chopped up onion. Saute the onion for around a minute or until it's translucent. Once the onion is soft, add in 4 cloves of garlic and a thumb-sized ginger that is minced. Saute for an extra 30 seconds so that the garlic and ginger can cook and get flavorful. I'm going to throw in a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, a beef stock cube, and once the kitchen is smelling absolutely amazing, you're going to add back your beef. My beef is bone in, which I don't mind for the recipe. So I've added in the beef broth that we use to boil our beef. Let the beef cook for around 2 to 3 minutes until the broth has evaporated halfway, and during this time the beef is going to soak in all those nice flavors from the garlic, ginger, black pepper, and stock cube. I'm going to grab a small pot for blanching my broccoli. Place over medium flame. Grab my water and add in 2 cups. Of course, you can double or even triple the ingredients to make some more for your entire family. And you can also use some steak, which is going to perfectly absorb the flavors. My sauce has reduced halfway. At this point, you're going to add in half a teaspoon of dark soy sauce and half a teaspoon of oyster sauce. The beef is going to change color since we have added in the dark soy sauce, and also it's going to get a very nice, delicious umami flavor. So I'm going to let my beef cook for around 1 more minute. You'll notice bits of garlic and ginger, which makes the beef look absolutely amazing. So each bite is going to be so flavorful. My water has come to a boil. I'm going to add in some salt for blanching my broccoli. You're going to add in your broccoli and blanch for 2 minutes. Back to your beef, you're going to add in 1 whole chopped up green capsicum. When you overcook vegetables, you lose the flavor or the taste. So you're going to cook the capsicum for around a minute until it's halfway cooked, still crunchy and delicious. And my beef is ready, and this is how it's looking. Yummy. Just look at that. The capsicum is still green. My broccoli is well blanched, so I'm going to put out the flames and drain off the water. Next, time to serve my delicious meal. This is a recipe for around two to three people at most. So I'm going to scoop out my flavorful rice, transfer to my plate. And I love how the bottom is a little bit crispy. Each bite is going to be crunchy. Okay, that's a lot. I'm going to reduce a little bit the rice to make the portion perfect. Cover the rest so that it can stay warm. Serve up my beef. Add in lots of salsa. I'm always excited when it comes to plating my food because I always ace the presentation. Just look at this. We have some salsa, broccoli, white rice, my pepper beef stir fry, which is looking absolutely amazing. It's tender, flavorful, delicious, irresistible, which makes this recipe totally worth trying.